Have you ever found yourself in an awkward situation where someone disrespected you in front of a crowd, making unpleasant jokes that left you feeling belittled or embarrassed? These are moments we all might encounter, and what truly matters is knowing how to respond intelligently and calmly. This not only protects your self-respect, but also earns you admiration and respect from those around you. In this video, we'll explore effective psychological tips and subtle communication techniques to help you gracefully handle such situations. With just a few simple steps, you can regain control, turning the tables and compelling the other person to see you in a different light with respect and admiration. Stay tuned until the end, as we'll show you exactly how to act smartly and confidently when someone tries to mock you in public. Don't let negative words hurt you. Instead, transform them into opportunities to affirm your self-worth. 1. Analyzing the root causes. In many situations, the reason why you might find yourself facing disrespect or belittlement is not necessarily due to hatred or genuine contempt towards you, but rather stems from the opportunistic nature of certain individuals. There are people who, in their quest to elevate their own position, resort to using others as stepping stones. This type of behavior is particularly common both in social circles among friends and in professional environments, where some individuals see their colleagues not as equals, but as tools to advance their own status and distinguish themselves. Understanding this dynamic is essential to protecting yourself from becoming an easy target. To avoid falling victim to such manipulative strategies, it is crucial to establish respect for yourself right from the beginning of any relationship, whether personal or professional. But what exactly does gaining respect mean in this context? It does not imply imposing your authority on someone else in an aggressive or confrontational manner. Instead, it involves setting clear boundaries and creating an aura of self-assurance that discourages others from attempting to take advantage of you. The key is to project confidence and self-worth, making it clear that you recognize your own value and that you expect others to do the same. This kind of self-respect serves as a protective barrier, preventing people from using you to make themselves look better at your expense. In cases where this boundary is not respected, you must also be willing to take decisive action, including distancing yourself from environments that do not value your presence. However, the best approach is to prevent such situations from arising in the first place, and to this end, we will share some practical and effective strategies to help you navigate and respond to disrespectful behavior in a way that ensures you maintain your dignity and gain the respect of those around you. 2. The importance of a strong first impression when meeting someone for the first time. The way you present yourself in those initial moments can significantly impact how you are perceived. One of the most important aspects of creating a positive and lasting impression is to stand up when greeting someone rather than remaining seated. Standing up to shake hands shows respect, confidence, and attentiveness, while staying seated can unintentionally put you at a psychological disadvantage. When you greet someone while sitting down, the other person naturally looks down at you, which can create a subtle dynamic of dominance and submission. With you appearing to take the submissive role, another common mistake people make during a handshake is to look at the other person's hand instead of maintaining eye contact. Although it may seem polite or natural to glance at their hand as you reach for it, doing so causes your head to tilt downward, further reinforcing that impression of subservience. Eye contact, on the other hand, conveys confidence, sincerity, and engagement, helping to establish an immediate connection. So, whenever someone approaches to greet you, make it a habit to stand up, offer a firm handshake, and look directly into their eyes. This small yet powerful gesture sets the tone for a positive interaction and ensures you are perceived as confident and respectful rather than passive or submissive. The way you initiate a conversation can shape the entire course of your relationship, so take advantage of this opportunity to put your best foot forward from the very beginning. 3. How to handle interruptions with confidence. In any conversation, especially in public or professional settings, being interrupted can be frustrating and, if not handled properly, can undermine your confidence and authority. The key is to respond with calm assertiveness, rather than allowing yourself to be easily talked over. When someone interrupts you, the first and most powerful thing you can do is to maintain eye contact with a steady, composed expression. This nonverbal cue sends a clear message that you are aware of the interruption and that you expect to be allowed to finish speaking. Instead of reacting with annoyance or withdrawing from the conversation, take a brief pause and then assertively reclaim your voice. You could say something polite yet firm, such as, "I'd like to finish my point, if you don't mind," or "Just a moment, I wasn't quite done." By addressing the interruption directly, but courteously, you highlight the other person's rudeness without escalating tension, while also reinforcing that your voice deserves to be heard. This approach not only helps you maintain control of the conversation, but also earns you respect. People will notice your poise and ability to stand your ground, which can have a lasting positive effect on how you are perceived. Taking ownership of your speaking time is a subtle yet powerful way to assert yourself and ensure that your ideas are given the attention they deserve. 4. How to gracefully handle insulting jokes. In social settings, whether among friends or acquaintances, there are bound to be moments when someone tries to make a joke at your expense. While the instinct might be to respond with a quick-witted comeback, or worse, to retaliate with a cutting remark of your own, this approach can often escalate the situation and result in unnecessary tension. Instead, a much more effective and graceful way to handle these moments is to subtly turn the situation to your advantage, showing both strength and composure without contributing to any conflict. The first step is to resist the urge to react immediately. When someone attempts to insult you with a joke, don't feel the need to respond right away. Give yourself a moment to absorb the situation and avoid allowing any negative emotions to cloud your judgment. Maintain your composure and don't let the remark affect you on an emotional level. One of the most powerful ways to handle the situation is by pretending as though you either didn't hear the joke or didn't understand it. This slight delay in your response, followed by a calm and polite inquiry like, "Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again?" can completely shift the dynamic of the situation. This simple yet highly effective strategy accomplishes two key things. First, it signals to everyone around you that the joke did not affect you, displaying emotional maturity, strength, and confidence. It shows that you are in control of your emotions, rather than being easily provoked by a careless remark. Second, it places the person making the joke in an uncomfortable position, as they are now forced to repeat their comment. In most cases, when someone is asked to repeat an insulting remark, it loses its initial punch. Repeating a joke that was intended to humiliate or belittle someone often causes it to fall flat, diminishing its humor and effectiveness. Moreover, having to say the insult again forces the person to confront the reality of what they just said. They may begin to feel embarrassed or self-conscious, realizing how inappropriate or childish their words were. Instead of the situation escalating into an argument, it may instead create a moment of reflection for the individual making the joke. Meanwhile, you maintain your composure, showcasing your social intelligence and ability to handle challenging moments with grace. By responding in this measured, calm manner, you take control of the situation without making it worse. The social dynamics begin to shift in your favor, as others around you will likely recognize your ability to stay poised under pressure. Your composed response becomes an opportunity to demonstrate your emotional intelligence and self-respect, while the person making the joke may find themselves regretting their words. In fact, by refusing to be drawn into an argument or to retaliate with anger, you have not only neutralized the insult, but also maintained your dignity and self-respect. This technique is an excellent way to handle situations where someone tries to belittle you in a social setting. It allows you to turn what could have been a highly uncomfortable experience into an opportunity to showcase your confidence, social maturity, and strength of character. Rather than reacting in anger or resentment, you transform the situation into a demonstration of your emotional resilience and your ability to control the narrative around you. In doing so, you not only preserve your dignity, but also earn the respect of those around you, who will admire your calmness and ability to rise above such situations with grace. 5. Disarming a provoker with misdirection. When someone deliberately tries to provoke you or make you angry, one of the most effective psychological techniques you can use is to throw them off balance with a completely unrelated question or comment. Instead of reacting emotionally or engaging in their antagonism, shift the conversation in an unexpected direction. For example, if someone is trying to irritate you, calmly ask, "Do you know any good places to get coffee around here?" Or casually say, "I think I might have put on too much cologne today." The key is to deliver this comment naturally, as though it just popped into your head, without any hint that you are deliberately trying to deflect their behavior. This technique works by interrupting the flow of their provocation, forcing them to pause and process the sudden change in topic. Most people aren't mentally prepared for such an abrupt shift, and as a result, they often lose their train of thought and the momentum of their antagonism. The confusion buys you time, neutralizes the emotional charge of the interaction, and subtly asserts that you are in control of the conversation, not them. Furthermore, by responding with calm curiosity or lighthearted distraction, you avoid giving them the emotional reaction they were seeking. Over time, people who frequently try to provoke others learn that you are not an easy target, and they often lose interest in trying to get under your skin. This subtle yet powerful form of conversational aikido turns potential conflict into an opportunity to display composure, confidence, and social intelligence. 6. Knowing when to walk away. As we've discussed, respect is not something that is guaranteed or owed to you by others. And while that is true, it's equally important to understand that you are under no obligation to tolerate being disrespected. Life is too short to invest your energy in situations or relationships where you are not valued. And if you begin to notice that someone refuses to show you the level of respect you know you deserve, then it's time to step away. Walking away is not a sign of weakness or failure. On the contrary, it's a powerful and courageous act of self-preservation. It speaks volumes about your self-worth and your ability to recognize when a situation is no longer healthy for you. Leaving doesn't mean you've lost. It means you have chosen to protect your peace, your dignity, and your well-being. It means that you are willing to walk away from anything or anyone that doesn't uplift you, that doesn't see your value, or that doesn't treat you with the respect and kindness you offer in return. Sometimes we cling to people, places, or circumstances out of fear of what might happen if we let go. But the truth is, staying in an environment that constantly diminishes you only serves to reinforce the belief that you are not worthy of better treatment. In those moments, walking away becomes an act of self-love and self-respect. You are choosing to prioritize your emotional health over any temporary discomfort that comes with stepping away in life. It is important to understand that being present does not always equate to being appreciated, and sometimes the best way to preserve your mental and emotional well-being is to be absent from situations or relationships that diminish you. When you walk away from negativity and disrespect, you are sending a message not only to others, but also to yourself. You are telling yourself that you will no longer settle for less than the respect, love, and understanding you deserve. It is an affirmation that your worth is not negotiable and that you are willing to stand up for yourself, even if it means walking away. In the end, walking away is not about cutting ties or walking out of defeat. It is about walking toward something greater, your own peace, your own happiness, and the respect that you deserve. By choosing to leave behind what no longer serves you, you open up the space for better, more fulfilling relationships and experiences to enter your life. And that in itself is a victory. In conclusion, navigating moments of disrespect and mockery can be challenging, but with the right strategies, you can turn these situations to your advantage and maintain your dignity. Whether through asserting your voice in conversations, handling interruptions with poise, gracefully deflecting insulting jokes, or redirecting provocations, you have the power to control how others perceive you and how you respond to them. The most crucial lesson, however, is understanding when it's time to walk away. Recognizing that you deserve respect and standing firm in your self-worth is the ultimate form of self-care. Don't allow negative behavior to diminish your sense of value. Choose peace, self-respect, and emotional health over situations that drain you. Remember, walking away isn't giving up. It's choosing to preserve your integrity and making room for better experiences. By doing so, you send a powerful message not only to others, but also to yourself that you are worthy of love, respect, and kindness. Ultimately, walking away is a step toward a brighter, more fulfilling life, where you no longer settle for less than what you truly deserve.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.